So in this case study, we're going to talk about how we scaled a Hawaii activity company from having basically zero online revenue to just under $5 million. Let's talk about it. All right, so for this case study, we were able to do just a massive amount of impact. We took a company that was pretty much a brick and mortar company. They did have a website for a couple of years, but it really wasn't doing very much for them. And we were able to significantly ramp up their online presence. In addition to what we did for their digital marketing, we also helped them with their the back end, their operations, and trimming down some costs on that end by using us for a lot of the back office tasks as well as order fulfillment. So let's start off at the beginning with this one. This was a company that I came across, and they had a website that, I mean, it was bad. They had broken links on the front page. They had broken images on the front page. It was really not a good situation. So I talked with the owner. I got them to agree to letting us redo their website. It was a fairly large website in the amount of products that it had. They had between 200 and 250 products on it. So he was afraid that there was going to be a tremendous amount of time that was going to be taken in order to move things over onto a new template and to get things updated. I assured him that we had a team, we had plenty of manpower that was available to be able to help with the movement of all the data and the rearranging of everything that we needed, and he agreed. So I had 3 data slammers on it, 1 web dev, and myself, and we slammed on this project for, I want to say it was about 16 days from the beginning to when we launched it. That's moving everything over from basically a non-existent template. They didn't even have specific pages for every product. They had kind of category level pages that had multiple different things on there. It was built on like a PrestaShop, really outdated sort of platform that had just been hacked to pieces. There was lots and lots of problems with it. We moved it over to a WordPress based site, and we're able to really get things going on it. From there, as soon as we launched, we needed to get some more traffic coming into it. They had been running some PPC before, but they didn't have any tracking on it. They had some outdated goals tracking. There was no e-commerce tracking that was set up on there, so they were kind of trying to make approximations of what they were looking at for sales based on average order value, and it was really hard for them to see if they even had an ROI or not. So the first thing that I did is got their e-commerce set up on Google Analytics so that we could see to the penny how much sales were coming in. Integrated that with Google AdWords and started at a fairly modest spend in order to get things moving along. So from the beginning, we were able to get some pretty good numbers. I honed in on some kind of small, highly profitable keywords. So when we were at a low spend, we were able to get enough to be able to ramp things up and be able to reinvest in what was going on. So from there, we started diversifying what we had going on. We implemented some Facebook retargeting and had a couple different campaigns that were running with that. Basically a kind of a generic retargeting, which we'll go over the numbers here in a little bit. And then we had an ATC retargeting. The ATC retargeting has done very, very well for us since we implemented that. In addition to the paid ads that we were doing, we did some work in the organic SEO side of things. We did some technical SEO work when we moved it over from the old template to the new template, and then we continued to refine the new template that we had to clean out any sort of issues that there were with that. In addition, we did a tremendous amount of work by adding new content and by parsing all their content in ways that made more sense. Like I said before, in the beginning, there was um, basically categories of products, and they didn't have a product page for each product. So the first thing that happened was we broke down the categories to link to specific product pages so that we could have more information on there, and then we could have more specific information on there, which helped us increase the keyword exposure by quite a bit. And it's been a fairly good thing so far. So let's start with the beginning. Since we came on this project, I just pulled up the numbers, and we're looking at close to $5 million, 4.7 so far. I'm expecting that in the next month or month and a half, it's kind of seasonal. So in this next 2 months is going to be kind of the slower time of the year, but I think we're going to break that $5 million mark, which is revenue that basically they did not have before. They had very, very anemic sales that were coming through their website because it was broken in a fairly highly competitive industry. Let me pull up some other stats that we have here. From the Google side of things, the campaigns that we're running, we've been tracking the online sales that have come through. In addition to the online sales, there's a significant amount of phone sales that come in, which we have not been putting in and tracking. But from the online only sales, we've been at about $6.79 of revenue for every dollar that we've put in. So the margins on these products are pretty decent, and it's been very, very profitable for them so far. On the Facebook side of things, we've been running some audience building campaigns, but for the most part, what we've been doing with Facebook is we've been doing a tremendous amount of retargeting. The retargeting return on ad spend has been very, very high. For our general retargeting ad spend on the lifetime, we're looking at 12.08 right now. So for every dollar that we put into Facebook ads on their general retargeting, we've got $12 back. For the add to cart retargeting for the ATC, we've been doing even better. We're looking at 17.84 on that. Highly profitable. If retargeting is not something that you're currently doing, it's definitely something that you should look into, because with Facebook ads, the trick on that is making sure that you're sending out your ads to the right audiences. The people that have already been to your site, that have shown interest in your product, those are people that you should definitely be going after. And if you're looking at an audience that is going to give you a return on investment, that's definitely a good place to start. So before you get too deep into anything else with doing any sort of cold traffic or anything like that, definitely set up a retargeting campaign using Facebook ads. I highly recommend it. So with these guys, we're able to help them build their site. We're able to help them run their ads. In addition, we cut a tremendous amount of dollars off the back end of what they have going on, because we were able to do all the order fulfillment as well as a lot of the customer service, handling the phone calls and everything that's involved in that, doing the legwork on that end. So save them a tremendous amount of money on the back end, and then been bringing in a very high amount of revenue since we got started. Not all products are the same, but the strategies that are used for most kinds of digital marketing are very similar to each other. And I would be happy to talk with you about what we could do to be able to ramp up your website, be able to get more revenue coming in, and use some of these same tactics that we used with these guys in order to help you. So if you have any questions, please get in touch with me. I'd like to set up an appointment to talk with you about your needs. think we'll probably be able to help you. And thank you so much. Bye bye.